The anniversary of the sinking of the Costa Concordia will be marked a few hours from now with a mass and also a moment of silence. This was the scene in the waters off Italy's Giglio Island. This was 1 year ago. This Italian Coast Guard video has never been seen before, actually. It shows the rescue in those hours after the Costa Concordia cruise ship hit those rocks and just flipped onto its side and sunk. 32 people were killed. The ship is still partially submerged. It's still there, but officials plan to right it. They say they're going to tow it away in one piece. They're promising to do that by September.
She's still there, on the rocks where she foundered exactly 1 year ago. The vast salvage operation goes on, and eventually the Concordia will be lifted upright, refloated, then towed away to a dock where she'll be cut up. But for now, she's a constant reminder of that disastrous night when thousands of people tried to escape the stricken ship, and in the terrifying chaos, more than 30 died. Survivors and relatives of the dead and missing are gathering on the island to mark the anniversary of the tragedy. Among them is the brother of a man whose body may still be somewhere in the wreck.
It means a lot to to my family, because we are a Catholic family. We need, it's important that we find the body of my brother so he gets a decent burial, and that's very important.
For local people too, the memories of what happened are still painfully vivid. This church sheltered many of the survivors who staggered in from the sea on the night of the sinking. A service will be held here on this anniversary, and after sunset there'll be a vigil in the harbour at which the dead will be remembered.
The exterior of the Costa Concordia looks almost intact, but inside the shops, restaurants and ballrooms are starting to rot. The man in charge of the world's largest, most complex salvage operation is Nick Sloan. When we met in October, he was confident that the ship would be out of Giglio's waters by July, but that's changed.
We've lost 35 days since the start of the project, so between now and June, if we lose another 20 to 30 days, then that would put those days back by the weather impact. But definitely by the end of June, we want to roll her over, and August, September, she should be gone.
Teams are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and what they want to do is roll her into an upright position and put her onto a purpose-built underwater platform as big as a football field. Then they're going to attach steel flotation boxes to her sides, and they'll hope to tow her out of here in one piece.
Remember that this ship is the length of 11 football fields. It weighed twice that of the Titanic. A ship of this size has never been salvaged whole before. The reason that they are doing it and trying to float it away to port is because they don't want to break it up where it is, because it's a site of specific environmental significance. And so therefore they're hoping to float it and take it to perhaps Palermo in Sicily, where it'll be broken up. That process itself will take 2 years in total. Just an idea of the amount of engineering that's going on underneath to try to prepare the boat for the righting. They're saying that they used 30 million tons of new construction, which is the equivalent of 7 Eiffel Towers. All of this to correct an obvious error by one captain.